take a look at a couple new theorems. First theorem, 613. If a parallelogram is a rhombus, then its diagonals are perpendicular. So if it's a rhombus, then you can see here the diagonals, which means these lines, will cross at a 90-degree angle. They'll be perpendicular. And theorem 614, also about rhombuses. If a parallelogram is a rhombus, then each diagonal bisects a pair of opposite angles, which means that you have a bunch of congruent angles. These are congruent, and these are also congruent. So you have 4 congruent angles there. And these are congruent, and these are also congruent. So all the blue angles are congruent, all the red angles are congruent. Those angles are bisected. Of course, in a parallelogram, the opposite angles are always congruent. So these are congruent and these are congruent. Okay, so we got perpendicular diagonals and diagonals that bisect the angles of the shape. All right, so now we have a problem to work on with what we just learned, finding angle measures. We have to find the numbered angle measures. Well, pretty easy. These are perpendicular. So angle 1 is the measure of angle 1 is 90 degrees. That's not 90 degrees. There we go. All right, now we know that this is 58, which means that angle 3 is also 58, and angle 2 is also 58. So the measure of angle 2 and the measure of angle 3 are both 58. Now the measure of angle 4, a little bit trickier, but we do know 90, 58. So 90 plus 58 plus the measure of angle 4 has to equal 180 because they're in a triangle right there. Which means if we, well, 90 and 58 is 148. If we subtract that, we find out that the measure of angle 4 is 32. All right. Here's a problem. What are the measures of the numbered angles in this rhombus? Use what you know about rhombuses to answer that question.